You can trust me. I'm an artist.
How can I help you?
I think Mr. Duvane needs another drink.
Right away.
And voila, chaos ensues.
She trips.
How clumsy.
All right, let's do this.
Your time battling Inspector Gallimard was over then.
Yes.
I was free to breathe clean air, roam as I pleased, and Ganimard had egg all over his face. I had solidified myself as the victor.
Yeah, he did.
What was next for you? I wondered if you might have sought out a particular person after being released.
So did I.
Were you not listening? Inspector Ganimard and I had gone our separate ways. He hung up his badge soon after. My days of frivolous crimes were over.
Yeah, he broke him.
That's not exactly who I was thinking of. I understand you saying that, but your actions say otherwise.
You mean the events at Château de Thibermesnil? I stand by my statement.
That's what that word says?
It was a series of unexpected surprises that might make you think otherwise.
All right, this is why I skipped last episode.
It is really remarkable, Velmont, what a close resemblance you bear to Arsene Lupin. If you were not the celebrated artist whose beautiful marine views I so admire, no doubt I'd have warned the police of your presence in Dieppe,
Exclaimed the host to his surrounding guests. This sally was greeted with an outburst of laughter, but there was one who was not focused on the amusing side of his resemblance, but the opportunistic.
Okay. I'm not gonna even try. June 28th, 1903.
Tonight is a night of celebrations. I look
George
around
is
this
the
room
vein.
and I see close friends, old and new. Some who began as colleagues, some even competition.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, Zane.
George is talking business.
And that'll be the last of it.
Roseanne's still
Besides,
alive.
They are now those I
And he's
consider
not
my
gray.
most formidable allies.
That's enough of all that
Captain?
sentimental malarkey.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Now, mingle, eat, drink, enjoy.
Okay.
While an invitation to tonight's party was the aim of the game, I wasn't expecting to be surrounded by so many former acquaintances. I'll have to be on my best behavior.
Absolute best.
When am I not?
When it's interesting or someone speaks out of turn to you. Before I get into this, alright, I have my goggles on and I'm ready to play. My name is Sloth154 and welcome back to Arsene Lupin, Once a Thief. Technically, he is no longer a thief, but he's still Arsene Lupin. So last episode was the trial of Arsene Lupin and he was able to deceive Ganimard and the court with his acting skills. He got them all so convinced that he wasn't Lupin, that Lupin has somehow magically escaped and put the person he was pretending to be into his cell, that Ganimard, who chased him all across the world, didn't recognize him for who he was. So, we're gonna get into this dinner party. If you end up liking this video, comment, like, and subscribe. It does help the channel. Check out the description. I'll have a link to the playlist for this series and even the Barons here. And other games I played on my channel. Tell me in the comment section what you think about the game and your thoughts on Lupin's new look. Because, yeah, even people who quite arguably would have a vendetta against him, the Baron and Roseanne, they don't recognize him. Let's talk to these guys and get this started.
Good evening. And you are?
Le Baron Cahorn.
Baron,
Riveting conversation as always.
how do you know George?
We frequent the same
Gorgeous.
auction houses.
An art collector. Fascinating. You must have acquired quite a collection yourself.
I did have. I'd rather not talk about it.
A sore loser. Sometimes it's better to just accept the hand one's been dealt.
It's more of a concern that they're all here. Any idea why he's throwing this party?
I have no idea. This is the first time I've left my home in... I should have just stayed.
Also, he's a recluse. Agoraphobia? I should be going. But yeah, it's weird that all of our past some of our past victims, the past victims in this game are
Good
here.
evening.
I've not seen you with this crowd before. Who are you?
Horace Velmont. I only met George recently at a casino and...
A gambling man, eh? You'll fit right in.
Really?
I'm currently betting on the odds of you finding some manners, and it's not looking good.
Yeah, you haven't changed, Rosane. You haven't changed. That's why we stole from you so badly. Let's look around. There's a door that I can't go through. Let's talk to the first mate.
Is everything all right? This is supposed to be a party.
You try enjoying yourself with your captain watching over you.
Have I stumbled upon a Navy reunion?
If I knew he'd be here, I wouldn't.
You two don't get along?
We haven't always seen eye to eye, but he's my superior officer. That's all I've got to say.
Especially
I
since
should
he's in
probably
earshot.
put my hand up to most of the recent conflicts.
Yeah, it is kind of our fault.
Let me guess. Captain? Horace Velmont, landlover.
Well, seafarer or landlubber, it's good to meet you.
Not what I expected. In a social surrounding, he's a different man.
Well, he's not in charge here. How do you know Gorgeous?
George is a keen
George's.
sailor and a dab hand with a rod. There's no better pastime, you know.
What? Wait, what?
I am no
fishing
fisherman.
rod.
But there was this one time.
Okay.
Well, apparently it got away.
I bet it was a real sea monster. Never mind it getting away, as long as you had fun.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And slipping his watch from his pocket was indeed fun.
I should be going. Yeah, my mind went completely dirty there.
How are we supposed to figure it out if you're not going to tell us?
I didn't get to where I am today without solving a few problems.
Sure you didn't.
Or eating a few pies. All right, I'll tell you, but you'll never get it. A beacon through the darkness and struggles that stand before us. Without its guidance, we would be lost, wandering alone, aimlessly through the hardships of this world.
I have no idea.
A childish game anyway.
Why am I not surprised it fell on deaf ears? Except mine, that is.
Can you tell us?
If I could have everyone's attention for just a moment, I wanted to say,
Oh, haven't we already done this?
you're right, but you're going to want to hear this. On second thoughts, join me in the salon and I'll explain when we're all comfortable.
All right, let's go to the salon. Get our hair
Much
done.
better. Now, you may or may not know that you all, excluding my new friend Horace here, have been on the losing side of Arsene Lupin's crimes.
That was meant to be kept a secret.
Airing out everyone's dirty laundry, are you now, George?
George.
I've not brought you here to rub your faces in it. I want you all to be here for his capture. Chateau de Thibermesnil is perfect. The art, the riches, the secrets, he won't be able to resist.
What makes it any more secure than my Chateau de Malaquis?
You allowed strangers into your home, strangers that stripped your gallery and left you
With nothing.
Except a few forgeries.
with nothing. While you relied on an inspector, I've gone one step further and found the only man that can put a stop to Arsène Lupin forever.
Is he gonna shoot him?
Who is it?
Yes, I'm eager to know.
Tomorrow at 4 p.m. sharp, the famous English detective Herlock Sholmes will be arriving at Chateau de
Sherlock
Thibermesnil.
Sholmes, huh?
When one adversary is defeated, another appears.
Doesn't he have his
Sherlock
own problems with
Sholmes?
his
As in...
I was as surprised as you.
enemy, Mames,
Really,
Joyati?
Arsene?
Would I lie now? I must admit, hearing of his arrival initially gave me a moment of apprehension, but that was quickly replaced with urgency and excitement for what was to come.
I think he missed it. The Chateau de Thimbles, Volume 2. I already have a copy from the National Library of Paris. Now I just need this one. And of course, it's locked away. It looks far more complicated than a Jimmy and unlock. There are 4 compartments, each with different shaped keyholes to consider. Alright. Let's check in with the Baron first.
You again.
You've had a run-in with Arsene Lupin?
He took everything from me that I cherished. It was once a gallery full of exquisite pieces, and now...
Bare, empty, desolate.
Why ask if you already know?
It's not hard to see what the Baron considers important. Nothing makes a man more vulnerable than loneliness, except greed. And he has both in spades.
Yes. You're the Baron with the Waterloo tapestry.
I was, until it was destroyed at the hands of that detective.
I think he's an inspector. Sounds like he caused more damage than good.
Exactly. And it is me who had to pay the price. Twice!
There's a part of me that almost feels sorry for Inspector Gaminau taking all of the blame. I did say almost.
Especially since he wasn't there. I should be going. Enjoy your talk with the help. Strange heart-shaped hole. It looks like the key opening its cabinet is locked behind a mechanism tied to these holes. I wonder if I can find something useful here. What the hell is that skull from? Roseanne focuses seemingly on the game, while First Mate is rather distracted with the presence of his captain. An unusual king piece, such a large heart he's holding for the man in charge. Alright, so we have to somehow get the king piece away from them.
Can't you see we're busy? I would have thought George had checked his guest's manners at the door.
Sorry to interrupt.
I'm going to enjoy toying with him again.
You know, you remind me of someone. Someone quite unpleasant.
Unpleasant but handsome.
You've got a better sense of humor than him, that's for sure.
It's the same sense of humor. Alright. I've got somewhere to be. We gotta find the captain first. Conservatory. This is a rich person's house.
Ooh.
There should be one should be very careful when walking through here.
The landlubber.
The man that was sat next to you.
Yes, my first mate.
Is it custom to bring your crew to parties?
Most definitely not. I like to keep my work and private life as separate as possible, especially with certain members of my crew.
Oh, your land legs.
Land legs! Very good. I must admit, I do miss the gentle sway of my ship. La Provence, my pride and joy. What is it you do?
I'm a painter myself. That's how George and I got talking, albeit around the cards table.
He does like his art. You should speak to the Baron. He's a collector. If you can get a word out of him.
Arsene Lupin stole from you?
Indeed, he did steal from me. He terrorized my guests. He was a menace from the moment he snuck on board.
At least that inspector was able to catch him. That must have been a relief.
It was until his trial. You must have seen it. Wasn't even him in the dock. You do bear a striking resemblance to him, you know.
I've heard. I'm not sure I believe it myself.
I think I'm much more
While I
handsome.
don't think the captain has the slightest inkling of my true identity, I don't want to give anyone any reason to be suspicious.
I should be going. Hey, buddy. Oh, the ring. Curious ring with a very distinct shape, one that will fit into a very distinct hole. The shape of his ring, I just need to figure out a way to get it off that finger.
Horace, my friend.
Thank you again for inviting me. I feel a little...
Intimidated? Ha! Don't worry, they're all harmless. Now go on, Make yourself at home.
That was some speech.
Liked it? I hoped you would. Like I said, most of them have dealt with Lupin. You haven't. I can get an honest opinion from you.
About what?
Yeah,
My plan, obviously.
tell me the plan.
There's no way Lupin can resist trying to rob me. Trying being the dominant word.
Are you going to set some sort of trap for him?
That's the beauty of it. He's gonna trap himself. I think he knows about the secret tunnels, and when he can't find his way out, Detective Sholmes will be there waiting.
He has high expectations of Detective Sholmes and exceptionally low of
I think
me.
he's Detective
I call that
Sholmes.
naivete.
Why Herlock Sholmes?
If you want to be the best, you gotta beat the best. And in this case, that's him.
It's not a little overkill to bring him all the way from London?
It didn't take much persuading. Since Lupin's been on the run, news of his antics has spread. Catching him is as good as a done deal.
While I hadn't expected this evening to turn how it has, I'll enjoy bringing Monsieur Devanne and his hired detective back down to earth.
What did you know of Herlock Sholmes at the time?
Nothing.
I'd heard of his successful cases, as I'm sure you had. His name was all over the newspapers. Still, it wasn't enough to worry me. If I'd prepared correctly, I'd be long gone before he even arrived.
Yeah.
Leaving another lawman in your wake.
Hopefully.
It really is uncanny. If you were next to each other in a police lineup, I couldn't tell the difference.
You mentioned secret tunnels?
You would not believe the history of this place. I've got a book, Chronique de Tibermenil. It's got everything about the castle, including
The secret tunnels. And you think Lupin knows how to access them?
There's
Why?
another version of the book that's kept in the National Library, Paris. And would you believe it? It was stolen recently.
I
He
see.
suspects more than I give him credit for.
I
Not that
think
it's
he's
going to
Herlock
help him.
Sholmes.
He's right, though. I'm going to need a copy of the Chronique de Tibermenil from the cabinet.
Why try to catch him in the first place?
To show that I'm not a pushover like everyone else. They all had the arrogance to underestimate him. Look where that got them.
And I'd argue that's exactly what he's doing.
And with the help of Detective Sholmes, you'll catch him?
The world will know the name. Devanne.
I get the feeling Georges is more interested in his own fame rather than seeing me locked up. How disappointed he shall be.
When will they learn?
Never.
To be fair to Monsieur Devanne, if ever there was a trap that Arsène Lupin would fall into,
I just don't understand the arrogance. Why set the challenge at all?
To prove it.
like he said, if you want to be the best, unfortunately for him, he's far from it.
Yeah, he is some rich guy. Now currently someone's shoe, I'm not sure if they will miss it, so we got a shoelace. A knife. The boot room? Wait, what?
Huh.
Boot polish? I don't see where he's going, but he's gonna MacGyver this.
Oh.
Okay, so he's gonna disguise himself. The only issue I see with that is that he's an invited guest. Let's go up here. Oh, this is some nice music. Bear. Aha! There's something odd about that teardrop-shaped eye. It's like the deer is still crying. So I know where 3 are. Last person we gotta talk to. I've been
He's not tried to lock you up, has he? Forget it. He's probably not even noticed the resemblance.
I get the feeling there's some history between you.
History, and I wish a lot of miles.
Huh.
I'll leave it there.
That's a shame. I was looking forward to him spinning being locked up into him being the hero.
At least he understands. The central cabinet.
Heh.
The large murals in the center seems to be worn from the foot traffic, though depicts a crown, a cross, a chalice, a candle, and a bell.
Huh?
Shield. Diamond.
Oh.
And teardrop. We haven't found the diamond.
Oh.
I meant to reach the eye.
Ooh.
Have I found something that could fit the diamond? Huh. Okay.
Huh.
All right. All right. Empty glass. That looks like the maid from the Baron's house.
Ah.
I'm missing something.
Huh?
Okay. So the knife goes here.
Uh-huh.
That should be loose enough to move. I think they'd raise a few eyebrows if I were to walk around with the ladders to make sure no one's around.
Ooh. Oh.
There's something about an open fire, but with gas, I've heard it's much easier to control the temperature. Looks like something glittering through the flames. There's no way I can reach it while it's burning.
How can I help you?
It's getting a little hot in here.
I'm afraid Mr. Devan is very particular about the fireplace.
That's all right. I'll maybe head out for some fresh air. If the thermostat is inconveniently placed outside.
I should be going. All the pieces are in place to cause chaos. Now to pull them off in the right order. Okay. So, once the ball leaves the room, extinguishing the fire and find what's glittering back there. Once the trap is set, use the thermostat to turn up the heat. First, secure the shoelace across the narrow gap. In the chaos follows, slip the ring off Devon. Then inform the maid that Devon needs a cool refreshment. Alright, so first this. This. Is this it? Oh, okay. Inform. this might work. There we go. We don't get to see it, but we know how it happens. I could do this in my sleep.
Huh?
All right, increase the fireplace temperature.
Is it me, or is it getting hot in here?
You're looking rather flushed. Let me get you a drink.
Ask the maid, she'll get it. Just a water. I want to keep a clear head.
No problem, buddy. No problem. You can trust me. I'm an artist.
How can I help you?
I think Mr. Duvane needs another drink.
Right away.
And voila, chaos ensues.
She trips.
How clumsy.
The ring should fit perfectly. You look like you could do with a hand, George.
If you'll excuse me, I should get out of these wet rags. Let's have this cleaned up by the time I'm back, yes?
Right away.
Increase the temperature.
Oh. Huh. Hey. Ah.
All right, we got some water. We got the diamond piece. Let's see if I can turn this back up. Back to where it is. Okay. We got 2. See if we could change clothes.
Huh.
Not yet. Now I gotta figure out how to get them out of here. I need the first mate out of the way. I wonder if I can bring out the captain. If bringing out the captain might just do the trick. Did you hear the captain?
I try not to when I don't have to.
I'm sure I just heard him say he was the best fisherman on his ship.
Him? He's barely capable of catching a cold.
I was under the impression he was a keen fisherman.
Keen, but useless.
Looks like reminding him of the captain's little white lies could do the trick.
Yeah, good. He did mention something about earlier that I thought was a bit strange. He found it strange Lupin stayed hidden so long.
Strange.
Damn it. One of his crew stole his watch.
We've already been through this. It was that thief in disguise.
Maybe the captain was talking about someone else.
He was talking about me. If he really thinks I'm just gonna sit here and...
Buttons pushed.
Okay. But I failed.
No, you can get carried away.
Are you implying I'm not telling every
Okay, I
detail
got it
down
wrong
to
there,
the
guys.
letter?
I'll fix my errors.
I think your response says it all.
All right, let's try again. It's actually him that caught Arsene Lupin.
He's not wrong. If my chess partner here happens to secretly be Arsene Lupin.
And before I'm locked up, again, that was a joke. Just not a very funny one.
It happens, man.
He's as incompetent as he is delusional.
One more little push.
One of his crew stole his watch.
We've already been through this. It was that thief in disguise.
Maybe the captain was talking about someone else.
He was talking about me. If he really thinks I'm just gonna sit here and...
Buttons pushed.
And
You
he's
should tell
out.
him how you feel.
It's not a good idea.
I'll do that. Thanks, Horace.
I just love stirring up a little trouble.
Velmont?
How could I say no to another opportunity to embarrass Mr. Roseanne?
I'll try my best.
One move is all I need.
Confident, aren't we? I don't think you realize who you're up against.
Uh-huh. Okay, I see what's going on here. I need to checkmate in one move. First select the piece to move, then the position. Alright, this is gonna take some brain power. I see what I must do. It took me a while.
How did you? Here, take your king. Oh, I made it easy for you. I wouldn't want to embarrass you.
Don't worry, Roseanne.
I'm up for another round if you are.
I would, but I've got somewhere else to be.
Alright, man. You do you.
Even I felt how satisfying that was.
Monsieur Leblanc.
I'm not condoning your other activities, but there's something about seeing a man like that
Embarrassed?
corrected.
Alright, so we have to figure out how to get the Baron out of here.
Heh.
Goody? Accident?
Yes, there has been a small accident.
I think the maid might have spilled some water down our host.
I'll tend to the situation immediately.
Perfect. That's one out of the way.
Okay. I gotta figure out how to get him out of the way. But with everyone out of the way, I think we can now finally change costumes. Because honestly, in that last cut, there was a lot you guys missed. Okay, I was thinking I was gonna hear them argue, but oh well. Baron Cajon?
Baron Cajon, what is it now?
You've been requested next door.
By whom?
The host, obviously. Who do you think?
To who do you think you are talking?
It's not just a thermostat with rising temperatures.
We need him angry. Okay. I'm not gonna repeat myself, old man.
Never once has even a member of my own staff spoken to me like that.
Almost there, almost there.
I don't have time for this. If he won't take the hint.
I heard Arsene Lupin made you penniless.
How dare you! Georges! Where's Georges?
And goodbye, Baron.
I know
Okay.
I make things look simple.
I don't envy the lengths you had to go to.
No one should.
It would have been easier to have just been honest with him. That would have sent him running.
As well as the police, for you.
Okay, now we gotta get into this cabinet.
Oh.
Fits like a glove. This one is the shield.
Huh. Heh.
Oh, that's right. I gotta get the deer thing.
Oh.
First things first. Let's get this one in.
Oh.
Right, and we gotta get the tear-shaped key from here.
Ooh. Hmm.
Can't I pick that back up? Alright, and the tear-shaped pearl.
Huh?
Fits like a glove. Certainly done something. I wonder if I can access the book now. Not really.
Uh-huh.
Finally, the second volume. This should give me the last clues I need to find where I enter the tunnel from. After the construction of the chateau concluded, it was important to Duke Rollo to have the house blessed by the local preacher, Father Dunard. A grand party was thrown and the king as the guest of honor. While jesters entertained, maidens and other distinguished guests danced and enjoyed all the chateau had to offer. Alright, Mind Palace time. Without the secret tunnel's interest, the heist will be all but impossible. The clues are all there. All that's left is to connect them together. I got all the pieces here. I just need to make them sense of them. Okay. The book describes the surrounding area as well as a church, chapel, library, theater, and a castle. Church. Okay. The king, the jester, a father to the maiden, and as well as the duke. So the king goes in the castle. The jester goes on the stage. The priest goes to the church. The maiden goes to the chapel.
Really?
Really? The maiden goes to the library. And the duke goes to the chapel? The crown goes to the castle. The chalice goes to the... No, not... I'm just gonna wait for that. The candle goes to the chapel. The cross goes to the church. The bell goes to the library.
Nope. That...
Alright, fine. The chalice goes to the library. The bell goes to the stage. So the crown goes to the king. The chalice goes to the maiden. The candle, which went to the chapel, goes to the duke. The cross goes to the priest, the father. And the bell goes to Jester Laurent. Not surprised it stays secret for so long. I don't get it. Oh, that's the map of the tunnels. Alright. Who best fits the description of the beacon through the darkness from Daniel's riddle? A beacon through the darkness and struggle that stands before us. Without its guidance, we would be lost, wandering alone aimlessly through the hardships of this world. Francis II, while visiting King Francis II, fell ill, as he was commonly known to do, and cut his stay short to return to his castle, where he spent most of his time to recover from the sickness away from the public eye. Many chateaus were known to keep jesters. Once the owner of the chateau, loved by all, he was considered a guy in light. Oh, the Duke. Of course, Duke Rollo. Now, where might I find him? The chapel. The chapel where Duke Rollo lies. It's time to wrap up the party.
You made short work of a 200-year-old riddle? Secrets held only by the king.
The king didn't keep
That's
his
where
rules
following the clues and some common
too
sense
well
gets you.
kept together.
And a little snooping, of course.
After discovering the secrets of the house, you must have had free rein to roam as you pleased.
It wasn't long before the other guests returned. But once Monsieur Devanne declared that he was leaving to pick up some more guests, others soon took the hint and retired to bed. I'd have to wait until night fell to make my move.
I see. Alright, there's a book here.
Ah.
It appears his journal was left for him, though the open page is somewhat clearly missing. At the age of 80, my dying wish is blank, Duke Rollo 9.
Oh.
A lovely ornate candle covered by dust was still hauntingly beautiful.
Huh.
Okay. What clues am I missing for this?
Heh.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
At the age of 80, my dying wish is to be laid to rest in a place that left such a lasting impression on my life. Duke Rollo, 933. Alright. There it is! Oh, you have no idea how long that took. I still don't understand what I just did.
Then all you had left to do
was still the artwork.
All you had left? A successful burglary takes more than just lifting art off the wall.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to belittle your craft. Please continue.
Okay. Okay, Chateau the 29th. Hello, Arsene Lupin here. You requested removal of furniture? Nothing. I suppose I better just start. I'm sure Devon won't miss what was that?
You can't stop there.
Who said anything about stopping? We're merely moving to the following day. Monsieur Devanne.
No. You were standing in the gallery, arms and pockets full of stolen goods. Someone was coming, and you expect me not to query who it was?
Yeah.
In time, I promise. For now, picture this. Monsieur Devanne has discovered his gallery empty. A detective has arrived at his gates alongside a truck full of furniture.
Alright, so I'm going to jump you guys past this because no spoilers. See you soon. Alright, so I'm going to end this episode here. Detective Sherlock Holmes has arrived. And he's hoping to catch Arsene Lupin, who not only stole everything but put it outside to make a point. So, I'm gonna end this episode here. If you like this video, comment, like, and subscribe. It does help the channel. Check out the description. I have a link to the playlist for this series and other games I played on my channel. Tell me in the comment section what you think about the game and your thoughts on Arsene just kind of jumping into that challenge. Because he's really risking going to prison or being killed. Either which way, we'll see what happens with Sherlock Holmes in the next episode. So, if you made this far in the video, Prime thanks you, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.